Fox Sports.
We are Fox. We are Minnesota.
What a week it was for Miguel Sano, and what a deserving honor, named American League Player of the Week after an incredibly productive road trip. 11 RBI in 5 games on that trip. Irvin Santana has been tremendous through 5 starts. His ERA is 0.77. He's only given up 3 earned runs so far this season. Those are 2 of the guys leading the way for the Twins, who open up a week-long homestand tonight as they play the first of 3 against Oakland. And the A's have a dominant power hitter of their own. Chris Davis has 10 home runs this season. He hit 2 on Friday night alone and has the second highest exit velocity in Major League Baseball, behind only Miguel Sano. And for Oakland tonight, Sonny Gray will make his season debut. He just came off the disabled list. He had a strained right shoulder, and Gray will give it a go for the first time this season here tonight. Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is presented by State Farm. And good evening, welcome to Target Field. I'm Marnie Gellner. Paul Molitor said today that it seems like since spring training, Miguel Sano has had something to prove, that his season, his numbers last year just didn't measure up to his expectations. Sano has responded with a fantastic April and one amazing week where he won American League Player of the Week. Listen in now to what that week sounded like for Sano.
Sano rifles it to right field.
That?
3 hits yesterday and 2 early hits here tonight.
That's good hitting right there.
There's a bunt up the line. Sano, bare hands, rifles his throw, got him.
Wow.
My goodness, what a play. On the ground, Sano comes up firing, and the third baseman turns in another great play. Runners going a double steal. And Sano with an incredible tag to retire Odor at third. But he's in the lineup because of his power. My goodness.
That was a blast.
Driven to right and deep. Going back is Bonifacio. And Sano with a 2-run blast to right. Driven to right, a base hit. Sano's 3rd run-producing hit of the day. A deep drive to left field. Gordon back, still back, gone. A 3-run home run for Miguel Sano.
And Sano makes it a 3-2 ball game just like that.
Right now, in the month of April, this has been Miguel Sano's team.
What a week for Sano, and what a start to the season for Irvin Santana. That dominance actually goes back to last year. Dick and Bert will explain after this.
Santana's been among the best pitchers in all of baseball. He's helped get the Twins off to a good start in 2017. A microscopic earned run average of 0.77 as he makes his first start for the month of May. And we welcome you to Target Field. It's a beautiful spring night for baseball. Dick and Bert with you. What the Twins have been missing, well, a lot of things, but one of the things they've been missing over the last few years, an ace, somebody who can extend a winning streak, stop losing streaks, and Irvin Santana looks like he's going to be that guy.
You know, it really started last year for Santana, because if you look at his last 20 starts about the middle of September, he has been almost unhittable. The earned run average under 2, the opposing batting average, you can see under 200. What Santana gives, he gives a quality start almost night after night when he's out on that mound. Hopefully he'll have another one here tonight.
Twins have played their best baseball on the road. They'd like to put together a good homestand, and it starts tonight with Santana on the mound. Is brought to you by the letter S. Sano, Santana, swagger, strength, speed, strike, slider, slugger, sweat, strain, steady, spark, slam, smoke. Sano, Santana, searching for a W. Under
I like that.
Sunny skies.
Another S.
That's right. On a Tuesday night, a beautiful night. It'll be cool, but it's going to be very pleasant here tonight at Target Field. And we thank you for being with us for Twins TV, opening game of a 6-game homestand. And the Twins have played very well on the road. And the A's were playing pretty well for a while, but they've lost 6 of their last 7, and a familiar complaint for the Oakland A's. They're having a hard time scoring runs. Here's the Menards batting order as they welcome back Rajay Davis to their lineup. The lineup brought to you by Menards. Matt Joyce batting second, Jed Lowry, Chris Davis, Yonder Alonso, Ryan Healy, Stephen Vogt, and then Trevor Plouffe and Adam Rosales. First pitch popped up short right, and Dozier gets under it, and a very quick first out.
Well, one thing when Irvin Santana's out there, he's making his 6th start, and where he ranks, ERA first, opponent batting average, we talked about it, just 116, 13 hits allowed in 35 innings, and the wins tied second. Dallas Keuchel of the Houston Astros with 5 wins. He had a very good April also.
Here's Matt Joyce with 1 down. Santana figures to be in the running for the American League Pitcher of the Month. I turned in my ballot before the game. I think you did the same. And so we'll see whether he wins the April Pitcher of the Month.
Is that supposed to be a secret ballot? Because I voted for Santana and also Sano for Player of the Month. Is that supposed to be secret?
Well, not anymore.
Okay, that's what I thought.
One strike to Matt Joyce. Swing and a miss.
Well,
And it's 0-2.
Irvin Santana making his 30th career start against the Oakland A's, and he has what he's done against the Oakland A's. Every pitcher would like to have it in one season. And I'm going to give you the numbers here in a second. High fastball right there. In 29 starts, he's 16-7. Okay, with an ERA of 2.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be a nice season?
That'd be a very good
He's
season.
pitched 202 innings against the A's in his career. That another would be a nice season in today's game.
Full season's worth. Yeah, 2-2.
So he's had a lot of success. And the last time he faced Oakland, he pitched a 2-hit shutout against them. And his mound opponent was today's starter for the Oakland A's, Sonny Gray. He won that ball game 4-0 back on July 6th here against the Oakland A's.
2-2 to Matt Joyce. And now a full count with Jed Lowry on deck. That he's pitching tonight is the result of the rainout Saturday in Kansas City. Santana was supposed to pitch Sunday in Kansas City. Full count after getting ahead of Joyce 0-2 and the pitch fouled back. Veteran Mike Winters has plate duty. Local product Mark Wagner at first, Mike Malinsky, Marty Foster, an alliterative umpiring crew. We got Mike, Marty, Mike, and Mark. And while the game was brought to you by the letter S, the umpires are provided by the letter M. And now inside, Joyce was behind in the count 0-2, and Santana ends up issuing a rare walk.
Yeah, Joyce in his first season with the Oakland A's last year kind of brought himself back to the big leagues. Good year in Pittsburgh Pirates with the Pirates.
To really tighten things up out in the field. The Northland Ford defense, Rosario, Buxton, Kepler in the outfield. Sano, Polanco have been very good, frankly, on the left side of the infield. Dozier and Maurer on the right side, and Castro behind the plate. Jed Lowry, switch hitting second baseman for the A's, and the first pitch on the outside corner.
Yeah, Twins have only made 8 errors on the season. This is their 24th game. Only the Kansas City Royals have made fewer errors with 7.
The A's, one of the worst fielding clubs in the league. They've committed 22 errors on the year. Joyce at first, 1 down. The A's like to run, but the Twins have done a lot of things better than they did last year, including controlling the opponent's running game. Rajay Davis hopes to infuse a little more speed and base stealing ability into the Oakland lineup. Joyce not much of a threat to steal, but they pay some attention to him over there.
Yeah, Joyce has tried 1 stolen base. He was caught. And the Oakland A's overall, they've stolen 8 bases in 12 attempts. There's Davis just coming off the disable list. Very quick a foot.
1 strike to Lowry. Check swing, and it's 1-1. A's at one point were 10-8, then they lost 6 out of 7.
Bob Melvin, the manager of the Oakland A's, 2-time manager of the year, once with the A's, once with the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Santana misses outside, 2-1. Santana's gotten a couple of ground ball double plays this year. Missing 3-1.
We're not missing by much right now. Lowry just 4 hits and 18 at bats against Santana. Good movement.
Good pitch.
Good pitch.
3-1 to Jed Lowry. Swing and a miss. 3-2. Give you some idea how good Santana's been. With the walk to Joyce, he's given up 11 walks and now 5-6 starts. That's pretty good. He's only given up 13 hits. Don't think that Joyce will take off here, but it's a 3-2 count with 1 out.
I think they're going to send him. There he goes. Yep.
Swung on and missed. Throw to second. Not caught by Polanco. And it should have been a strike him out, throw him out, double play.
Well, it would have been very close. I think Polanco realized that because Joyce did get a pretty good jump. And he gets a stolen base. Take a look right here. It's a swing through a fastball for Lowry. Good strong throw. A little bit on the outfield side. Oh, good throw. Would have been a bang bang play at second base. But instead, Joyce moves into scoring position with 2 outs.
And now power hitting Chris Davis. Castro sets up outside. Half swing and strike 1.
Yeah, Davis 0 for 5 in his career against Irvin Santana, and he has struck out 3 times. Tremendous power from this young man.
Time called. I don't know what Santana started his delivery. And time must have been called. Otherwise, it looked like that might have been a balk.
Yeah. I thought I heard somebody yell. It might have been Mike Winters saying timeout or time.
Hey, check it.
1-1. Davis with 10 home runs already on the year.
Well, not surprising. He hit 42 home runs last year for the Oakland A's. Originally with the Milwaukee Brewers in his second season with the A's.
Swinging a foul. 1-2.
And with the home runs come strikeouts for Davis. Last year, 42 home runs, 166 times he struck out in 555 at-bats. And so far, Davis this year, with the 10 home runs, he has struck out 29 times in 82 at-bats.
18th pitch of the inning for Irvin Santana. Nice block by Castro. And it's 2-2. Joyce at second, thanks to the walk and the stolen base.
So far, Santana's fed Davis with a lot of sliders.
Really good spot there, down and away, and a foul ball. Davis fights it off to keep the at-bat alive. As Santana's innings have gone this year, this is one of the longest. Driven to the right field corner, and he'll be at least one more pitch.
Even that fastball right here had some movement on it, down in the strike zone, and Davis just fouling it off.
And Castro, after hesitation, will go to the mound. 95 with some sink on it. Tough time here in this first inning, particularly with Davis. Saw Santana's opponent batting average 116. Fly ball right field. Kepler back, and now on the track for the catch. A long inning, but Santana leaves a runner in scoring position. No score. Molitor enjoying the start to his third season as manager. His Menard's batting order now starting to take a little form here, some consistency. We've seen Dozier in the leadoff spot for quite a while. Kepler more often than not hitting second. Sano third. Maurer batting cleanup. Robbie Grossman, the designated hitter. Then Jason Castro, Jorge Polanco, and Rosario and Buxton have kind of found themselves 8th and 9th regularly.
And they'll be facing 27-year-old Sonny Gray, making his first start of the year. Those are his career numbers. Start number 97, 38 and 31 in his career. Had an off season last year, not a very good year at all. A couple times on a disabled list. Started this year on a disabled list, a right shoulder strain.
Brian Dozier takes ball one. See the infield shift that most teams put on for Brian. And a strike 1-1. Kepler and Sano will follow.
Yeah, great, good fastball, very good breaking ball, big curveball when he's on. There's the curveball there.
1-2.
Made the All-Star team a couple years ago, and then last year a couple injuries that really put him on the shelf. Take a look at this last curveball. Starts outside. Boyd catches it down and away.
Popped up down the right field line. Joyce is there for the catch, one away. And that'll bring up Max Kepler. Northland 4 defense for the A's, and yeah, they've had some issues this year with 22 errors. Chris Davis is in left. Rajay Davis, the veteran, in center field. And Matt Joyce, also a veteran, in right. Familiar name at third base, Trevor Plouffe. Rosales in for the injured Marcus Semien. Lowry and Alonso on the right side, both behind the plate. And there he is. It doesn't look right, but there it is. Trevor Plouffe in an Oakland A uniform.
7 seasons he wore a Twins uniform.
Kepler takes down and away, ball one. Very solid numbers for Kepler, his first full year in the big leagues. Chopped up the line, foul. Tend to forget that. He played so regularly once he was called up last year, but he did not open the year with the Twins last year. Still got plenty of at-bats, plenty of experience.
I know that he's another young Twin. I think just going to get better and better with more at-bats.
1-1. Fouled back.
Good swing right there. Not a lot of at-bats against Sonny Gray for the Minnesota Twins. Making just his 5th career start against the Twins. 2 wins, 2 losses.
1-2. Gray to Kepler. Driven foul. I asked James Rowson, the hitting coach, today, and I told him what I've established over the years. I don't know anything about hitting, but I said there's something about Kepler's swing. It just looks pretty. And I asked him what it was, and of course James is a hitting expert, and he was talking about swing planes and all that. But he says he just naturally gets so much backspin on the ball when he makes contact. That's why the ball carries so far when he makes contact. This one to left, and Davis drifts toward the line a little bit, out number 2. And that'll bring up Miguel Sano. Quite a finish to the month of April. Great road trip both in Texas and Kansas City.
Yeah, we want to congratulate Miguel Sano on being the American League Player of the Week, and hopefully that will carry into the Player of the Month award for Sano, and see where he finished in the categories, first in all of those.
Sano with the average on the season 316, and you can see he's done most of his damage on the road. Half swing and a strike. You know, there's an old saying in baseball, you're supposed to win 2/3 of the game at home and win half of them on the road, and the Twins have kind of done the opposite. They played much better on the road so far than they have at home. Trying to do something about that here in this homestand. 1-1.
After 2 seasons in 2014 and 15, Gray worked over 200 innings. Last year, only 22 starts, worked 117 innings. He was a big part of the reason that Oakland struggled a bit last year. This guy was the ace of the staff.
On the outside corner, 1-2. Mauer on deck. Got him with a high fastball. And Sonny Gray, 1-2-3 return to the Oakland roster.
For me, and not only for me, if, for our team. We start with a winning season, and that's good because last year was not good, but this year we have everything. We put everything together: offense, defense, and we pitching good. So nothing else can say.
Don't really have to say much more than that.
The team ERA coming into play tonight, 3.93. The American League ERA, 3.94. So in that sense, it has been an average pitching staff in terms of earned runs allowed. But compared to what the pitching was like last year, it just seems a lot better than that. And this guy, a big part of it, coming into the game with an ERA of under 1. Well, under 1.
Yeah, the Twins currently 6th in the American League with a 3.93 ERA.
Yonder Alonso with 1 strike. And now 2. You get a lot of that now, whether you talk to Santana or Sano or Dozier. They're just they point in different directions to different people that are important to this team's good start, if not turnaround. Swing and a miss, and Alonso's gone on 1 very quickly on 3 pitches. Somewhere here at Target Field is Marty Gellner. Where are you?
I'm in the camera well tonight, and I took my gloves off for this too, by the way. We look in our car scoop from the clubhouse. The Twins are going to need a 5th starter on Saturday for the first time in a couple of weeks. And Paul Molitor said Nick Tepesch is in the mix to be that starter. And so, of course, the name Jose Barrios comes up. Molitor said the Twins don't want to jump the gun with Barrios, that he needs to continue to polish, and the Twins will continue to use patience with him. Glenn Perkins is back in Minnesota to continue his rehab, and Molitor said Perkins feels good, but he is frustrated by his lack of progress, that it seems like he's leveled out without a whole lot of improvement in velocity. And Perkins, guys, is in the dugout tonight for the Twins.
Thank you, Marty. Regarding Saturday, you just get the sense that Nick Tepesch will get the first opportunity to pop up to right center field. Buxton with the catch out number 2. Now Tepesch today pitched a simulated game, pitched to some live hitters. He was called up kind of on an emergency basis, but he hasn't been in a game yet. And so they had him face some hitters before batting practice today. And if he responds well, if his arm feels okay, you get the sense he might get the nod Saturday.
Now you look at Jose Barrios down in AAA. The Twins are hoping that, you know, he just continues to do what he's doing. 5 starts, an ERA at 1.09. And he, like Santana, not giving up a lot of hits. 33 innings, 18 hits allowed.
Strike 1 to Stephen Vogt.
35 strikeouts, 8 walks in those 33 innings. So he's getting closer and closer.
On the ground, and that's past a diving Sano. Vogt has the game's first hit, a 2-out single to left. And that'll bring up Trevor Plouffe.
I always wanted a name like that. You don't know if they're booing you or what they're doing, but they're saying Plouffe. Yeah, Trevor, 7 seasons he was in a Twins uniform, #1 pick by the Twins. And even TC the Bear applauding Trevor Plouffe. One thing Trevor did when he was here, he gave a lot back to the community too, and I think a lot of people remember that. Not only the steadiness on the field.
Foul to another former Twin, Chip Hale. Best pinch hitters in Twins history. Really good, solid numbers. He's added 4 more home runs with the Oakland A's, so he's reached the 100 home run mark in his career. Inside 1-1. Paul Molitor said he joked with Plouffe. He's finally hitting where he should in a lineup. They've got him batting 8th in Oakland. He was a middle of the lineup hitter for the Twins for the last several years. Up the middle, not hit well at all. Dozier picks it up, fires to first, and Plouffe retires. And Vogt is left on base. Presented by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the Twin Cities. A pleasant May evening at Target Field. Start of a 6-game homestand, 3 with the Oakland A's and 3 with the Boston Red Sox. And the Red Sox, like the A's, like the Royals, like the Rangers, all struggling to score runs. Joe Mauer will lead off the second for the Twins, who'll be followed by Robbie Grossman and Jason Castro. One thing that happened too, and with Sano's heroics and Buxton's apparent turnaround on the road, Joe Mauer pulled the ball for some base hits on the road. And as a result of that, at least at the start of this Oakland series, the outfield is playing him pretty much straight up. Strike on the outside corner. We saw it towards the end of the Kansas City series. The center fielder is about where the center fielder would normally be, and a right fielder is, you know, about where a right fielder would normally be. 2 strikes to Mauer.
Now Joe hits two hits in 6 at-bats against Sonny Gray with a home run.
Tap to the right side. 2-hopper, easy play for Alonso. And Mauer's retired. Let's find out what the big story is tonight from Marnie Gellner.
Well, in the big story, we recap the first month of the baseball season. The Nationals have the best record in the big leagues at 17-8. Projected by Fangraphs to win 93 games this season and win their division by 12 games. Eric Thames came into the month with question marks. He ended with exclamation marks. A .341 batting average, 20 runs knocked in. That set a Brewers record for April with 11 homers and 28 runs scored. And the Yankees' Aaron Judge is stinging the ball. He's had 5 of the hardest 15 hits in baseball. One of them was the hardest hit home run in the StatCast era, which has been 2 years now. 448 feet with an exit velocity of 115.5 miles an hour. Dickenberg.
Wow.
Strong kid.
1 strike to Robbie Grossman. And now 2 strikes. Gray's 20th pitch of the ball game. Looking for his 5th out. And Grossman checks 1-2.
Going strikes. 15 strikes out of the 20.
Dirt, another take. Grossman's average down to 267, but 60 at bats, 15 walks. On base percentage of well over 413. A little bit high, not by much. It's 3-2.
I got ahead with 2 fastballs, then 3 breaking balls. So this curveball left up.
Full count with Castro on deck. On the ground, right to the shortstop, Rosales. 2 down. And that'll bring up Jason Castro. Really tough news for the New York Mets. They wanted Syndergaard to have an MRI. He said no, he's fine. And he went out. He has a partially torn right lat. He's on the 10-day disabled list, but as Sandy Alderson said, they're going to measure his return in weeks, not days. And it's very similar to what happened to Ryan Presley 2 years ago. Not a complete tear, but a partial tear. And in Presley's case, the injury happened to him in early July, and he was done for the year. So that's really ominous news for the Mets. Of course, everybody's different, and Syndergaard's recovery might be quicker than Presley's was, but that's a tough injury to have. And in Presley's case, and he's just a relief pitcher, you know, he was done. in a competitive year for the Twins where they could have used his arm in the final month of the season.
Yeah, you know, at Syndergaard, I'm sure thought that he was okay, but didn't make it through the second inning. So that's a big blow to the Mets.
I can't blame the Mets, though, if they're upset and they asked, you know, the player to have an MRI and he refused. That you know.
Must have thought he was all right, but he wasn't.
1-1 to Castro. Swing and a miss. 1-2. One and two to the Twins catcher. Side. The A's have had more than their share of injuries as well to some key players. We talked about Marcus Semien, their shortstop. Athletics have used the disabled list for 10 different players. Getting Sonny Gray back and Rajay Davis back tonight. And now it's a full count. Polanco on deck.
Castro 3 hits and 9 at bats against Gray with a double. So Gray goes fastball, curveball here. Fastball down.
That's what we've seen. Now that's a nice plate appearance for Castro, but remember a year ago, so many of the younger Twins hitters, less experienced Twins hitters, strike three came right after strike two. But by and large, we've seen much longer at bats, even in the at bats that end up in a strikeout. Pitcher's got to throw more often 5 or 6 pitches to get the strikeout rather than 3 or 4. In this case, Castro draws a walk, and Gray will have to pitch from the stretch. On the ground, 3 hops to the second baseman Lowry, and Gray has 2 nearly spotless innings.
Hi, my name is Lindsay and I'm 18 years old.
My name is Ronnie. I'm 11 years old.
The club has provided me with a second home, and it's provided me with the leadership and the character skills that I have today.
The club teaches me how to respect myself.
Fox Sports North has hosted kids in the city for the past 12 years and has recognized over 1,200 outstanding club kids and has raised over $1.2 million since its inception. Tonight's celebration of Fox Sports North All-Stars includes 90 outstanding club members in attendance for tonight's game.
Very nice. Great organization, the Boys and Girls Club.
1-0 the count to Adam Rosales, the number 9 batter for the A's, and outside 2-0. Rosales, Davis, and Joyce facing Santana in the third. Foul back, 2-1. Marcus Semion's out with an injury. Provided a lot of pop for the A's last year.
Yeah, Rosales in his second stint with the Oakland A's. His with Oakland in 2010 through 2013. Last year with the San Diego Padres. He's also played for the Rangers and the Reds.
Feel like a ping pong ball for a while because Oakland had him. They'd try to send him down to the minor leagues. Texas would claim him. Texas would try to send him down. Oakland would claim him back. Just missing, and it's 3-2.
Well, fastball down and away. Well, we have seen Mike Winters miss some pitches right on the border.
Perfect pitches. Fly ball right field, and Kepler has plenty of time to get underneath it. 1 away. Follow Twins Baseball live with the MLB.com at-bat mobile app. Stay connected to the game's best players all season long with Game Day, live game video highlights, radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB.com at-bat today. It's your #1 app for live baseball. One down, and Rajai Davis will bat. And after the first pitch, popped it up to Dozier in the first inning. And strike one.
And Davis also in his second stint with the Oakland A's. It was Oakland 2008 through 2010. It's a guy you want to keep off the bases. He can create some havoc on the base paths.
They did that last year for the Indians. You know, the Indians fortified their lineup, and a lot of people thought, well, they're really going to miss Mike Napoli. But this guy was a really good player for them. Hit the dramatic home run in Game 7 that nearly got the Indians the title.
He stole 43 bases for the Indians last year in 49 attempts.
2 strikes from Irvin Santana. Just missed the corner.
Well, going inside.
Hit hard but foul.
Well, keep showing Fox tracks back, and every ball that we have shown has either hit the corner or just off an inch. So Mike Winters right now behind home plate, not given much, and he's the crew chief here. He has been umpiring a long time.
One and 2 to Rajai Davis. And he chases a high fastball.
And strikeout number 3 for Santana.
That'll bring up Matt Joyce.
Changing eye levels. That's what Irvin Santana's all about. We showed you pitches down in the zone. Then he'll sneak that fastball by you about letter high. This guy knows how to pitch, and he's getting better and better. Showed you his last 20 starts, what they've looked like. Unbelievable.
Joyce fell behind 0-2, ended up drawing a walk from Santana, and now he takes ball 1. We're talking about the Twins needing a lot of things, including a #1, an ace, somebody who can extend winning streaks. That's what the Twins hope happens here tonight. They've won a couple in a row. Change up there, gets a swing and a miss.
Good change up down. Oh, Rajai Davis, everything was pretty much down in the strike zone, and then the one out of the strike zone changed his eye level and Davis went after it. You know, I kind of talked about it a little bit when Santana's last start against the Rangers. You know, when you sign a kid, a lot of them, I mean, Santana signed out of the Dominican Republic, very young age with the Angels back in 2001. You don't know what you get. You know, a lot of those guys, they throw hard, but they don't, basically fastball slider, a lot of those young kids. But for Santana, you look at his minor league numbers in the Angel organization. In 96 starts, he was 45-17. So he kind of had an idea once he signed what to do. So he's been a pitcher really his whole career. His second time he walked Joyce.
Joyce came into the game 6 for 20 with a couple of home runs, but 10 strikeouts against Santana. Now 2 walks tonight. And here's Lowry. Only 1 stolen base attempt against Santana, a successful one. Prior to tonight, when Joyce took off, should have been thrown out on Lowry's strikeout, but he got credit for a stolen base. Chipped foul. 1 strike. Polanco didn't handle Castro's throw.
I'm telling you, Joyce was right on top of the bag too. So, you know, I think Polanco trying to catch it and get the ball, you know, in his glove and make the quick tag, but ball ricocheted off his glove. That happens.
The 14th successful steal in 22 tries against Twins of battery combinations. And Dozier catches a soft line drive to end the 3rd inning. You're watching Twins baseball presented by State Farm. Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is presented by Northland Ford. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. By Grand Casino, the best stories start here. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. 3 more scoreless innings for Irvin Santana, and Eddie Rosario will lead off the bottom of the 3rd for the Twins. Byron Buxton, Brian Dozier will follow against Sonny Gray, who's given up just a 2-out walk. Rosario with a liner, and that's caught by Lowry, 1 away.
That kind of a soft line drive. Rosario tonight trying to keep a 11-game hitting streak alive. A little bit off the end of the bat, created that little soft line drive out.
That'll bring up Buxton. Encouraging signs on the road trip from Buxton. himself on base a lot in Texas and in Kansas City. And strike one. Down and away, 1-1.
Well, the A's would like to get Gray healthy so they can trade him, as they usually do with good pitchers, but you can see his delivery. Little hesitation up at that balance point, and then the explosiveness off of that pitching rubber.
And taken low, 2-1.
How many great pitchers has the A's traded over the last, say, 15 years? Maybe longer than that.
In the 1 year they brought some in, they took a run at everything and came up short in the playoffs, getting John Lester and Jeff Samardzija. 2-1 to Buxton. On the outside corner, 2-2.
Well, Gray, your former #1 pick by the Oakland A's back in 2011. You see, that's called a strike. Maybe our box track is not over the plate.
Swing and a miss. Buxton strikes out, 2 down.
Gray picks up his second strikeout.
We'll bring up Brian Dozier.
Gray's education came out of Vanderbilt. Boy, they've created some good pitchers out of that Vanderbilt University out of Nashville, Tennessee. David Price, one of them.
They had 14 different starters last year. Already on 8 different starters this year. Here's Dozier, lifted a fly ball to the right field corner, caught by Matt Joyce in the first inning. Outside, ball 1. A couple of rehab starts for Gray, and now he'll talk it over with Vogt. Drive to left field. This is back and deep and gone. A home run for Brian Dozier.
Yeah, whatever Vogt told him, I'm sure it wasn't let's leave a cookie up so Brian can smack his 3rd home run. So good to see Brian Dozier, who did not have the best road trip, get a pitch to his liking and give the Twins a 1-0 lead. Take a look at the pitch. It's a slider. Not where Gray wanted it. And you saw Vogt sitting down and away. But Brian taking advantage of that hanger.
I know the answer to this, but how many times did we see that last year? 42
times, yeah.
Here's Kepler, and he takes down and in, ball 1. Kepler with a fly to left his first time up. Inside, 2-0.
You know, the last 2 times that Sonny Gray has faced the Twins, the first time you go back to July 17th, 2015, he lost 5-0. Last time he faced the Twins was July 6th of last year. He lost 4-0. You know who his mounted opponent was? Irvin Santana.
2-0 to Kepler. 3-0 with Sano on deck. It's the first home run allowed by an Oakland starting pitcher in over 37 innings. 3-0 the count to Kepler.
See if Max has the green light here. Takes it away. Ball 4. Second walk for Gray.
And that means that Gray's got to face Sano with a man aboard. Struck out Sano his first time up.
started Sano off with a curveball in his last at bat. Then he struck him out with a good fastball away. And he kind of went up the ladder. Almost the same thing that Santana did to strike out Davis at the top of the inning.
A drive to deep center field. Very high, very deep, and gone into the catch area. Over the batter's eye.
That man is an animal. His 8th home run of the year. Came in leading the American League with 25 runs batted in. Now has 27.
Last year, about this time of the year, Byung-ho Park hit a home run to the new restaurant area above the batter's eye. And now Sano's hit one up there too. After Park hit his up there, I went out there the next day. That's a long way from home plate.
Yes, it is.
And Mauer takes a strike over the inside corner. Over the batter's eye. With 2 out, the Twins have struck for 3. Dribbler back to the mound, and Gray ends the inning. But first, Brian Dozier. Then, after a walk to Kepler, Miguel Sano. And the Twins jump out in front 3-0. Measured at 401 feet, and then you saw his teammate Miguel Sano hit one 444 feet, and it's 3-0. And Irvin Santana, who's given the Twins 3 more shutout innings, now has a lead with which to work.
Santana doing the right thing again. Put some zeros up early and hope your offense can give you some early runs. Now he has a 3-0 lead.
Here at the ballpark, they measured Sano's home run at 466 feet. And now Chris Davis, who can hit it a long way as well, takes ball 1.
You know, you sit up in that catch area, I'm sure that the last thing you're going to do is say, first of all, it's a beautiful view. We'll never get a ball out here.
Oh, you could, relax, enjoy your shrimp cocktail or whatever they serve out there, and not worry, you wouldn't think about getting a ball hit into the cocktail sauce. Two 2-0 now to Chris Davis. He'll be followed by Alonso and Healy. on the outside corner.
Good slider right there. Kind of what he fed Davis in his first at bat. And Davis finally got a fastball up that he hit to Kepler for the final out in the first inning.
And now up and in, a swing and a miss through the fastball. The dirt, a full count. 2 walks issued by Santana to the same batter, Matt Joyce, in the first and again in the third. Third walk issued by Santana. That'll bring up Alonso, but first let's hear from Marty Gellner.
Well, guys, it is a special night tonight for 90 kids who are part of Boys and Girls Clubs, and they are celebrating their Kids in the City event tonight. This is Brian Donaldson, who is part of Twins Community Relations here and is on the board of directors for the Boys and Girls Clubs. Brian, how much of a difference do the clubs make for kids?
You know, in Minneapolis and St. Paul, more than 11,000 kids go to a Boys and Girls Club, and most of these kids are free and reduced lunch, come from single-parent homes. Many of them are homeless. So these kids that they reach, they're in the toughest neighborhoods. They hit them where they need them the most.
And what kind of results do you see from the club?
The clubs focus on academics and athletics. I think the one big factor is we see that our kids are 90% more likely to have a plan post-high school than if they didn't go through the Boys and Girls Clubs. And that's important, to have that plan for the future and have some goals to strive for, and really, you know, a plan for the future.
And one of those, the goals is right here tonight, this Kids in the City event. They love this.
Yeah, they love it. The All-Stars get to come out and enjoy the game, and a great fundraiser was had. We appreciate everybody who came out tonight to support the Boys and Girls Clubs and see some good Twins baseball.
Thank you so much, Brian. And if anyone would like to participate or help with this organization, you can go to boysandgirls.org/get-involved. And you can also shop your local Cub Foods from May 4th to the 17th. You can round up your bill, and all of that money will benefit the local Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Actually, the Minnesota branch here in the Twin Cities, Dick and Burton. This is a really wonderful organization and a fantastic event here tonight at the ballpark.
Well, thank you, Marty. I'm Brian Donaldson, the Senior Director of Community Relations for the Twins. They're heavily involved in the program. Fox Sports North has been behind it for many years.
You ever involved in a Boys and Girls Club?
Yeah,
Dick?
well,
growing up?
No. The towns I grew up in were so small.
Okay.
But you know, one of the best things of being able to do what I do is being involved in some charitable causes, and they've had the Celebrity Waiters event at various restaurants that benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs. Very happy to be a part of that.
Yeah, as a young kid growing up in Southern California, I went to the Boys and Girls Club many times. Played basketball.
Really?
Yeah, hung out there. Good place to hang out.
2-2 to Yonder Alonso. Santana trying to pitch around a leadoff walk. And there's a called third strike, and Alonso doesn't like it.
And strikeout number 4 for Santana, the first called third strike.
One down, that'll bring up Ryan Healy.
See the little bit of movement, good pitch, a two-seam fastball at 87, good location.
I hope that frustration was self-directed. That was a really good pitch, down and away, plenty of the strike zone. And here's Ryan Healy. The A's so far, I told you they've struggled to score runs. Their designated hitters have driven in 3 runs all year long. Pulled foul, strike 1. Now that's a very meager total for a position that's supposed to produce runs. A few years ago they signed Billy Butler, and right now they're paying him an awful lot of money to not play baseball at all.
Well, Healy, a youngster, getting an opportunity to get some at-bats here. He got some last year, hit .305 with 13 home runs in 72 ball games. Healy just 25 years old. Great minor league number, signed by the A's back in 2013. Out of the University of Oregon.
Fly ball center field. Buxton tracking it. 2 away.
You know, Dick, while we have a moment, I got a couple tweets today. Leroy Pete Lewis from Leonard, Minnesota. Grandpa, I know you're going through a tough time. I got a lot of tweets from his grandkids that they wanted us to wish him good luck. And Grandpa Pete, thank you for being a Twins fan over all these years.
I have to find out where Leonard, Minnesota is.
He's watching the game with all the grandkids. So hopefully it'll be a Twins victory. Boyd, a two-time All-Star for the Oakland A's.
All right, there it is, Leonard, a little bit north and west of Bemidji, way up there. 1 strike. And another throw to first. Vogt lined a single between Miguel Sano and the line with 2 outs in the second.
Looks like they're trying to pitch both inside. Both pitches middle end.
One and one. On the ground, weak lead to Dozier. And a good inning for Santana. Despite the leadoff walk, another runner stranded. It's still 3-0. Night for Sonny Gray and the A's as he returns to the active roster, and it's a good night for the Twins so far. A couple of home runs, one by Brian Dozier, one by Miguel Sano, and Robbie Grossman will lead off the 4th inning. Twins had the 2-7 homestand before the road trip, but then they won 4 out of 5 to get back above the 500 mark. Grossman takes up and away ball 1. I asked Robbie the other day whether he's adjusting in his mind to the role of a designated hitter. Hadn't played that position much. He says it's tough. He didn't think he was adjusting very well to it. I said, well, you've got the opportunity, particularly here at home. The batting cages are right behind the dugout. And he says, you know, I still don't know what to do with my time. He says, I don't want to take swings between my at-bats. The only time I would want to do that is if they change pitchers from a right-hander to a left-hander, and then he'd want to get loose from the other side that he hadn't taken swings from. But he says it's just he's still struggling, trying to figure out how to spend time between at-bats.
That's a tough role. A lot of guys just cannot do it. They don't like it. Then there's other guys that have accepted it.
On the ground, right over the bag. Alonso pretty good with the glove. He makes the play, 1 away. Oh, I don't know. We have to dial long distance to get to Marty Gelder for this one. Where are you, Marty?
I hope I'm still in the 612 area code, but I'm out in catch in center field where the home run from Miguel Sano landed, right here in this spot. 466 feet from home plate. Bianco Park hit one up here last year, just a few feet more shallow than this. But it is incredible to look at how far away. I mean, look at that, how far home plate is from this distance. And that ball had some giddy up on it, too. The guys that are out here said you could just hear halfway through, everybody up here started buzzing. It's coming our way, it's coming our way. They could tell. And here comes another one.
To center field. This one is back and gone off the batter's eye for Jason Castro.
Arnie, I thought you were going to reach down and catch that, but home run number 3 on the year for Castro, and it's a 4-0 Twins lead thanks to the 3rd home run.
Marty showed us no range at all.
None whatsoever. Yeah, Marnie said, was I in the, I hope she was still in the 612 area code? No, she was in the 466 area code up there where Sano hit that ball, but Castro, that's still a poke, straight away center. Castro hits his 3rd.
Twins have just 3 hits, but they've all gone a long way. And now here is Polanco. Well, we got that camera shot up there from center field, and even Rajay Davis, the center fielder, looked like he was a long ways from where that ball landed. Polanco hit a ground ball to second his first time up. Up and away, 1-1.
Beautiful view, though.
There's Davis. He's still good ways out in front of the center field wall. That's a long way to hit a golf ball.
I've seen your swing. Yeah, that would be a long way for you.
1-2 to Polanco.
And Castro's home run measured at 425 feet.
And Polanco called out on strikes out number 2. Polanco doesn't strike out very often. I think he thought that pitch was outside.
Gray picking up his 3rd strikeout.
And that'll bring up Rosario.
For Polanco, that's only the 9th time he has struck out in 81 at-bats now. And he's walked 8 times.
Rosario with a line out to Lowry. Lead off the bottom of the 3rd inning. Low, ball 1. Two, 2-0.
Gray last year made 22 starts for the A's, again a couple times on a disabled list with arm issues. Gave up 18 home runs into 22 starts.
Over the Oakland dugout. The arm issues would be a deterrent for any team who might want to be interested in Gray for an acquisition. How much would you give up for somebody who is on the disabled list for 2 different arm issues?
He had elbow issues last year, and then now the shoulder issue.
Hit hard to left.
Yeah,
Good attack for
yes. And that base hit right there, now a career high 12-game hitting streak for Rosario.
bring up Buxton.
So he continues to get a hit or two per game. You see the pitches inside, and then he tried to get that one away. Middle of the plate, down, not much movement. Rosario just takes it the other way.
Buxton struck out his first time up.
Fourth hit, first that didn't go to leave the ballpark.
Teams have done some running on Oakland. They're 20 for 25 in stolen base attempts.
Well, Gray has that high leg kick too. I haven't seen really a slide step. There's a little quicker there.
It's down to left field, and nice well hit ball by Buxton, but Davis is there to make the catch to end the inning. Juan Castro to center field, his third of the year and the third of the ball game for the Twins. It's 4-0.
Yeah, Twins playing long ball tonight. Brian Dozier, third inning with 2 outs. A home run, his third of the year. Then a couple batters later, after Kepler walked, a 2-run home run by Miguel Sano made it 3-0. And then we just saw Jason Castro hitting his third home run. And Irvin Santana, 4 shutout innings so far. Looking for his first 1-2-3 inning with 3 walks and 1 hit allowed.
Now 1 base runner and no more than 1 base runner in each of the first 4 innings. Trevor Plouffe hit a ground ball up the middle. Brian Dozier was there to grab it and throw him out. And Plouffe takes a fastball for a strike, 1-1. Rosales and Davis will follow here in the Oakland 5th. Popped up near the Twins dugout. And Castro.
Watch out, Gene Glenn.
Yeah, Gene Glenn had that land right by his feet.
You know, when you're in that dugout, you're trying to watch that catcher come towards you, and you can see everybody's taking their eye off the ball. And luckily, everybody's okay. Jeff Smith right there, along with the other coaches, Paul Molitor and Joe Vavra. And there's Gene Glenn.
Santana with a real slow walk back to the mound, and there waiting for him is Miguel Sano. One and 2.
Fastball in, 2-seamer inside.
And it's fouled away.
Talk about the 4-seam fastball, pretty straight. And then you've got the 2-seamer that has some movement in on right-handers, away to lefties. The slider, the good changeup.
Breaking ball got him. Beautiful pitch.
And strikeout number 5. You know what, Santana, he goes off his fastball, but he just changes speed so well. This is adding and subtracting at its finest, and that's what Ervin Santana's in that groove right now. We saw it in April, and we see it in his first start here. Just pinpointing the ball. And usually when Castro sits away, that ball's in that area. When he sits inside, the ball's usually in that area. Like that right there.
Ouch.
That is exactly where Castro sat, up inside.
That had to hurt.
It's a beautiful thing. Watch this ball run in. See the movement? That's more the two-seamer at 91.
Rosales quickly retired. 2 away in the 5th, and now Davis.
He's walking away, making sure he still has 10 fingers.
Driven hard to right field. Kepler back.
Good inning. 1, 2,
a strikeout and a couple of 1-pitch outs, and Santana comes off the mound with a 4-0 lead. State Farm power combination. Miguel Sano, Chris Davis both can hit the ball very hard and with very high exit velocity. The top 2 in the all of Major League Baseball. And strike 1 to Brian Dozier. That's really, I think, one of the things I like about the exit velocity that now can be measured exactly, and the launch angle, which can be measured exactly. It gives you a more accurate idea, I think, of the bouncer to third, backhanded by Plouffe, and across the diamond. Dozier retired. I mean, distances, and we've used distances for a long time, but it's all kind of arbitrary because a ball lands in a seat in the upper deck here. You really don't know how far it would have gone if it hadn't hit the seat. You can guess, as they have. The StatCast measurement on Sano's home run to the catch area was, what, 444, and the Twins had it at 466.
Right.
But launch angle and exit velocity, that's measurable. It's objective. I like that. 1 down. Here's Kemper.
Well, you're talking about home runs, so I really don't care. I don't like it at all.
Did you ever come close to hitting one?
Yes. A couple times.
In a regulation game?
In a real game, yeah. Hit one off a wall a couple times.
On the fly?
In a fly, yes. Not a roller. A fly. In Montreal.
Who was it against?
I have no idea. They probably released him the next day.
2-0 to Kepler. Kepler drew a walk in front of Sano's home run in the third inning. Checked his swing, took a strike. I've told the story before, but you know, at the Metrodome, Ben Ogilvy, in I think the first or second year of the Metrodome, hit one that was measured at 481 feet. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. And then a year or two later, Ken Herbeck against Charlie Huff hit one to a different part of the upper deck in right field, and it was measured at 480. I mean, come on, it's a hometown kid.
Right.
Give him an extra 2 feet. Ben Ogilvy would not have cared. 2-2 on the ground sharply and into right field. Kepler has his first hit. And that'll bring up Miguel Sano, who won the American League Player of the Week award last week, and he's off to a good start this week.
Well, last Tuesday in Texas, Sano got a breaking ball right there and delivered a home run. And in that Kansas City series, he had 2, almost 3. Came inches away from hitting that grand slam. And then tonight, straight away center.
And Sano takes up ball 1, and that's what is particularly encouraging. It should be for Twins fans. This is not a Josh Willingham, Trevor Plouffe type of run where all the home runs, or Brian Dozier, all the home runs are pulled. He's hitting them to right, to center, and to left. One and 0 to Sano. Strike. 1-1. Hitting one into the catch area. Second player to do that. Byung-Ho Park the other. No one's hit it into the upper level there, the Vinny and Paul section. And I'll bet you before his career is done, he'll do it. And now 2-1. Touch Gray for 5 hits. 3 of them have left the ballpark. Mauer will hit next.
Yeah, this will be pitch number 70 for Sonny Gray. So far, 69 pitches, 43 strikes, 62% over the plate.
Three and 1. Far at least, Sano's resisted the temptation to try to hit one even further.
Yeah, other than the home runs you see per inning, you know, pretty good. 14, 16, 15, 14.
Popped up to right field. Joyce comes in. Out number 2. And before Mauer's at bat, only in Minnesota can you bike on the Lake Wobegon Trail in central Minnesota, one of the 66 rail-to-trail multi-use trails in the state. Not to mention our avid bike culture everywhere else. PedalMN.com is the go-to resource for bicyclists interested in all of the bike-friendly events, routes, and trails across the state. Visit and become a bike guru yourself. Plan your biking fun at ExploreMinnesota.com. Follow along on social media using hashtag #OnlyInMN. And a first pitch strike to Mauer. Joe with a chopper to Alonso and a dribbler back to the mound so far. away, 1-1. There goes Kepler. Swung on and missed, and Kepler with an easy steal of second.
He stole that off of Gray against that high leg kick. You know, Vogt has really no chance unless you've got a double cannon behind you. But look at the jump that Kepler got right there. The throw was high, but Kepler stole that base off of Sonny Gray. So Kepler gets his second stolen base of the year. And Twins doing a good job of that. 13 stolen bases and now 15 tries. So a good percentage of base stealing for the Twins.
1-2 to Mauer. Big lead off a second for Kepler, and a pitch down and in. Take a look at what the Twins have done and their success rate. 15 out of 15. Which is what, 80-something%, right?
Very good. Very, very good.
I mentioned teams have run quite a bit on the Oakland A's. They've given up now 21 steals and 26 tries. 2-2 the count to Mauer. Hit to the outfield. Might score Kepler with an insurance run here in the fifth. On the ground, right to Lowry. That'll end the fifth. On to the sixth with the Twins up 4-0.
Urban's the best. He's just, so fun-loving.
Nicest guy on the team, probably.
Very surprising, about him. I've always seen him play and how much of a nice guy he is.
Never says too much, just goes about his business.
Obviously a great pitcher and everything he's accomplished on the field.
My grand cheho is on my dad.
Just a guy that you gravitate towards.
Good guy. I admire him.
The sense that there's a lot going on behind his eyes. I mean, he can execute pitches, but I think he really thinks things through. He knows what he's doing out there.
Yeah, they don't come along that often in the game of baseball today. The true pitcher that, even though he missed right there, you're already thinking about, okay, now how do I get back to 1-1? All right, tried to look like a slider, something down in.
A hard time throwing strikes to Choice. He's walked them twice. Off a leg, 1-1. High up off the leg, it looked like.
He has that pad there anyway for that particular reason.
Joyce a little time to let the pain subside.
So as a pitcher, you go back in there again.
Sadistic creeps. Down and away, 2-1.
Twins saw a lot of Joyce when he was with the Tampa Bay Rays. Came up with the Tigers and then right away got traded over to Tampa. Good breaking ball there.
2-2.
That's the thing. Another thing about Santana, it's not, you know, you're 2-1, you've got a 4-run lead. Mixing in his pitches.
And then he pulls the string on a changeup and gets a strikeout. 1 down. Let's go to Marty Gelb.
Strikeout number 6.
We have $100 worth of scratch-off tickets tonight in the Minnesota Lottery Winner's Circle. We are with Sherry from Glencoe, Minnesota, who is at the ballpark celebrating her birthday tonight with some family. How's your birthday so far?
Wonderful. Yeah, my family's treated me to an excellent evening.
Why did you choose a Twins game tonight?
They grabbed the tickets and thought of inviting me, and I said, you bet, I'm a sports fan.
You're wearing your Joe Mauer jersey. You're seeing a 1-hitter so far, a couple of home runs. I mean, that's a pretty good night.
Yeah, very nice.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Sherry, happy birthday. Happy birthday. We should sing to Sherry.
Usually I'm the one that wants to sing, and you discourage me from doing that.
Okay, then we won't.
Batter is Lowry. And now up and in. 2-1.
Sherry just walked by with her sign.
Oh, yeah?
Waved to her, yeah.
Glencoe, Minnesota, just south and mainly west of the Twin Cities, I guess.
She's sitting right down here. Maybe between innings, I'll go sign it for her.
Off of Highway 212. Two and 2 to Lowry. Chris Davis will bat next. And down the line foul.
I got her attention. I hit her twice with the grape.
You still got it.
I still have it.
Pinpoint.
Of all the people right there, I hit her twice in the back. Finally, she looked up with that mean face she has.
Another 2-2 to Lowry. And now a full count. Lowry struck out swinging in the first, lined out softly to Dozier in the third. 84th pitch of the night for Santana, hoping to complete 6, maybe 7. Another foul back. And it came into the game with an opponent batting average of 116. 5 1/3 innings and only 1 hit allowed tonight. Incredible.
He's on a great run.
Another 3-2 to Lowry. Dribbled in front of Sano. Let's see the arm. Not in time. Lowry beat it out despite a fine play again by Miguel Sano.
Now Sano barehanding it. And something on it, but Lowry bang bang play gets called safe. So only the second hit.
Lowry aboard, so a man at first for Chris Davis, who hit a warning track fly ball to right in the first and drew a leadoff walk in the fourth. Inside ball one. Now 2 hits allowed by Santana.
Yeah, that looked like a pretty good fastball right there, not called.
Didn't mean to. A foul ball.
Went back inside with another fastball. You can almost see what Santana's trying to do to Davis in his first couple at bats. It's basically fastball in, sliders away, but he's been missing with that slider down and away a couple times on Davis.
And now 2-1.
Mentioned earlier, Dick, Santana's had a couple double plays turned behind him. This being his 6th start.
2-1. And now 3-1.
Where Santana has to trust that pitch down and away. Maybe get a ground ball. Davis looking for something, I'm sure, middle in where he can pull it. And he throws him a breaking ball and freezes Davis.
And because of that, Davis is up there now with a full count. He has no idea what's coming.
Yeah, is he going to throw me a fastball back inside or down and away, or is he going to go what he threw me 3-1? A slider. And he
breaking ball locked him up for the 2nd pitch in a row. Wow. 2 down.
Strikeout number 7. And it's not the slider that goes, say, east to west. That's more of almost like a tight curveball that just kind of went north to south very quickly.
Usually that pitch, that breaking pitch, is a swing and miss pitch out of the strike zone. He got Davis to take 2 of them right down the middle. Here's Alonso. Ball 1. Santana had set down 7 men in a row before the squibber for a hit by Lowry. Popped up down the left field line. And Rosario over, but it's out of play. 1-1. A's have never had a 5th man bat in an inning tonight. They've taken 3 walks. They have 2 hits. So far they've left everybody on base. Santana trying to leave Lowry at first. Driven to right and a base hit. Kepler charges and Lowry checks in at second. That'll bring up Ryan Healy. Sad news today. If you were a Twins fan in the early 60s, mid 60s, Sam Mealy was the manager, the 2nd manager in Twins history. And Sam Mealy passed away last night at the age of 95. And for many, many years, it was a great treat for me to be able to visit with him when he'd visit at Fenway Park when the Twins were at Fenway Park. And he passed away. He took over for Cookie Lavagetto midway through the 1961 season and then managed the Twins till midway through the 67 season.
Our prayers and thoughts go out to Sam Mealy and his family.
First and second, 2 down, and now Ryan Healy. A chance to get the A's right back into this game. '65 Twins managed by Mealy won 102 ball games, won the American League pennant, lost to the Dodgers, of course, in the World Series in 7 games. Strike one.
17 of 24 first pitch strikes for Santana.
Popped up near second base. And Dozier with the catch. The A's get 2 on. They are left aboard against Santana. You're watching Twins baseball presented by State Farm. Pepsi fans of the game enjoying a pleasant night here at Target Field with the Twins up 4-0. And here's Robbie Grossman to start the home half of the 6th. Strike at the knees. Grossman with a couple of ground balls, one to short, one to first, followed by Castro and Polanco. Another called strike, 0-2.
Sonny Gray's given up 5 hits, but 3 home runs have helped the Twins with that 4-0 lead.
One and 2. Santana sitting alone. Haven't seen the hugs that we would associate with his removal from the game, although Tyler Duffy is warming up. And Grossman's called out on strikes, 1 away.
Strikeout number 4 for Gray.
Twins fans, if you can't catch the games on TV, you can stream them live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go. Download the app. Take Fox Sports North and Twins baseball with you wherever you go. One down on the 6th. Here is Castro, who walked his first time up and clubbed a home run his second time up. Three home runs for the Twins, and they have now hit 23 home runs in this, their 24th game. They've allowed 26 home runs. And Sano has 8, and he's picking them up on a nearly nightly basis now. Drive to right center field. That's got some carry to the gap. And right at the wall, Davis hauls it in, out number 2. Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is presented by State Farm. Combine auto and renters and see how much you can save.
Now, Castro gave it a ride right there, and Davis needed every foot of that deep part of right center to come down with that catch. So 2 good at bats for Castro.
Here is Polanco. Bouncer to second, and then he was called out on strikes. Squaring the bunt and taking ball 1. Strike taken, 1-1. Polanco squared twice, trying to get Plouffe to play in a little bit at third base, but Trevor's still several steps back on the skin of the infield. Mighty swing and a miss. 1-2.
I just think as the summer goes on, this young man right here, Polanco, is going to get better and better. I mean, he doesn't strike out a lot. He did strike out his last time on a call third strike, only for the 9th time and 81 at bats. I think you're going to see him bunt too. He just has very good bat control. And what I mean, you know, he showed bunt a couple times there, but to lead off an inning, and he's almost, I'm going to say, Rod Carew type of handler of the bat. Looks very comfortable at the plate from both sides of the plate.
I like the fact that he isn't striking out every 4th at bat. You know, it's nice to see. Now he's already struck out once, and as we proved too many times over the road trip, as soon as I mention something like that, the guy's going to strike out.
Think he can hear us?
He strikes out, it's on me. This one popped up near the Oakland dugout. Plouffe over for a look. Vogt there as well.
I mean, you don't have a bubblegum card. He does. I don't know. They might have broadcasters bubblegum cards. If they did, and they'd probably have some strikeouts for you.
Interesting that you should bring that up in my coat pocket.
You have one?
Some fan made some homemade cards of me.
Really?
Because there are none that exist.
Huh. Firewood or what?
I'll show them to you. I'll show them to you.
Okay.
2-2.
Did you buy them?
I did not. He sent them to me. Action poses of a play-by-play guy. They're really exciting.
I can't wait to see it. Okay, get up.
After 6 very strong innings from Ervin Santana. I think we're getting used to this. You are so dominant out there. How did you feel in this start tonight?
I feel good. You know, I don't have very good command, but I battled the whole game and just put 0 on the board.
Really? You battled the whole game?
I did. I don't have my best control today. You know, I was behind the count for the most part, but I make a good pitch every time, and then I just got out of the inning.
Bert Blyleven was really impressed with your off-speed stuff tonight. How effective was off-speed?
It was good. It was very good. You know, sometimes when you don't have fastball command and you have off-speed command, then you use the off-speed.
And that's what you relied on tonight?
Yes, I did.
Congrats on another good one, Ervin.
Thank you.
Guys, Ervin Santana, 6 good innings, 3 hits allowed tonight.
Yeah, he struggled, didn't he?
Yeah. 3 hits allowed. 96 pitches, 61 strikes for Ervin, and 17 of 24, you know. I mean, I thought he battled, and he's right. I don't think he had good command as we've seen in the past, but look at 6 shutout innings. Tyler Duffy coming into the ballgame now to hopefully do what Santana's been able to do and put a 0 on the board.
He struggled. He came into the game with a 0.77 ERA, and it went down. Stephen Vogt, the batter, facing Tyler Duffy, 1-0.
Yeah, Duffy making his 8th relief appearance. 11 1/3 innings, 11 hits allowed. He's not allowed a long ball.
Missing the outside corner, 2-0.
Couple walks, 9 strikeouts, and one of those walks intentional.
Twins still carrying 9 relievers because they've only needed 4 starters. To left field, it'll carry out to Rosario for out number 1.
Well, I said, you know what, at the beginning of this guy's a pitcher. He was a pitcher when the Angels signed him out of Dominican Republic, and he's carried it into many years at the big league level. You know, he's moved a lot of everything just off speed, 85, 80, you know, 83, 87, and he struck out Davis on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. So he said he didn't feel control of the fastball, so breaking ball was working. He went with it.
And now Trevor Plouffe 0 for 2. He takes ball 1. Plouffe with a bouncer to second, and then he went down swinging in the 5th. Fastball on the outside corner. Two and 1. Twins started the day a game behind the Indians. They may lose. Corey Kluber left after 3 innings with back tightness. The Tigers are leading Cleveland 5-2. Drilled hard to center, and it slices right to Buxton. 2 down. 2 away in the 7th. Here's our Grand Casino story of the game.
Well, it's a story of home runs for the Twins offense. A home run by Brian Dozier in the 3rd inning put the Twins on the board. A couple hitters later, Miguel Sano, a 2-run home run, gave the Twins a 3-0 lead after 3 innings. And then in the 4th, Jason Castro adds a solo home run. And Ervin Santana, 6 shutout innings, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts for Santana.
Here's Adam Rosales. Breaking ball down and away, ball 1. Rosales with a fly to right and a ground ball to 3rd.
Duffy worked only once on the road. That was in Arlington on the 26th, just 2/3 of an inning. Gave up a hit and an unearned run.
Fastball over the inside corner. There will be a roster move made tomorrow when Hector Santiago is activated to make the start. Santiago had been on the bereavement list. Right in the outside corner. Now Buddy Boshears was the pitcher who was brought up to fill the roster spot, but there's no guarantee that Boshears will be the one being sent down. 1-2 to Rosales. Breaking ball, and he laid off. 2-2.
Hey, dropping down a little bit on that breaking ball. We're creating a better angle from this side of the pitching rubber to right-handed hitters.
And a better breaking ball.
One, yep.
3 up, 3 down. A clean inning for Tyler Duffy.
Telecast presented by authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Any accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins.
Well, you know, we enjoyed having Torrey Hunter up here during the last homestand, but we never really appreciated how well you read the disclaimer until Torrey tried to read it and stumbled time after time on the word disseminate.
Well, you know what, Nick? I think I did too when I first read it. So, you know, I've been doing this for what, 23 years now. Let's give Torrey a little break, okay?
Well,
he's so hard on the guy.
Just saying, maybe we ought to relate it to, you know, you come up to the big league. Sometimes it takes 1,000 at bats. Maybe it takes 10 readings of the disclaimer before.
Torrey will do a great job. Cesar Valdez coming into the ball game in his rookie season. Just getting called up on April 25th to join the A's bullpen.
And the first man he'll face is Eddie Rosario, then Byron Buxton and Brian Dozier. Belt high strike. Rosario with a base hit. Actually hit the ball on a line twice. A sharp single in the fourth. Before that, a line drive caught by Lowry. And now 0-2.
Got a report on Valdez, sinking fastball in the upper 80s, lower 90s, good changeup and a curveball.
And Rosario gets a piece.
Looked like the changeup right there. Valdez out of the Dominican Republic. .32-year-old right-hander.
And another base hit for Rosario. Another hit with 2 strikes. And Rosario's really done a nice job putting the ball in play more frequently with 2 strikes. You can build your target field schedule with the flex plan. Get 20 tickets to use any way you'd like. 10 games with a friend, 5 games with 4 friends, anything that equals 20 tickets. Plus your tickets are discounted. So is your food and beverage. You can learn more at twinsbaseball.com/flex. That's the kind of flexing Twins fans like. Miguel Sano flexing his biceps after a long home run. Buxton in the ball game tonight A swinging strikeout in the third. Then he hit a liner to left caught by Chris Davis. Showed bunt, took a ball. Again, Buxton's been much more proficient with the push bunt up the right side of the infield than laying it down to the left side. Nice backhanded pick by Vogt. There's an area between the mound and first base and the second baseman Lowry, and it's roughly about the size of a one-car garage. And if Buxton can bunt the ball there, he's got a base hit. If Alonso has to field it, Buxton will beat him to the bag. If the second baseman Lowry comes in and has to field it, he still might beat it out. And if he can just keep from bunting it right back to the pitcher, he's got a pretty good. And he tried to do it there, bunting it up the line foul, 2-1. But that's a big area where you can bunt, get a base hit.
Well, you see the area right there, but watch Valdez right there. He takes off. That's his responsibility. If it gets by him, then yes. Got to get it past the pitcher. How about a double?
2-1 to Byron Buxton. Rosario goes. Buxton swings through it, and Rosario is thrown out at second. So Vogt throws out Rosario for the first out of the inning.
Rosario thrown out for the first time this year in 2 attempts. Good throw by Vogt. And the slide step right there. That allows the catcher to make a good throw. Remember Gray, Kepler stole a base off him because he had that high leg kick where Valdez right.
Deep drive to left field off the bat of Buxton and gone into the second deck. Buxton's first of the year and 4th home run for the Twins tonight.
That was a line drive home run by Byron Buxton.
Fox strikes presented by Carrier.
Dropped down a little bit on an off-speed pitch, and Buxton hit that ball hard.
24th home run of the year for the Twins in 24 games. Dozier started the home run barrage tonight with a solo home run in the 3rd.
Byron, who hit 10 home runs last year, gets his first this year.
Popped up right side. And out of play. Much more relaxed Byron Buxton to center. Going back is Davis. Still going back. Dozier to straightaway center field. And the Twins have hit 5 home runs tonight.
And back-to-back home runs for the Twins. Brian's 2nd home run of the ball game. His 4th of the year.
To straightaway center field.
When he first hit that, I thought that was just a fly ball to center field, but that ball just kept going.
I had no thought that that ball was going to get to the warning track.
almost landed the same place that Jason Castro's ball did, right to the base of the batter's eye. And this was measured at 425.
Swing and a miss, 0-2 to Kepler. The only out of the inning was Rosario being thrown out trying to steal. Six runs for the Twins, all 6 driven in on home runs. 4 solo home runs and the 2-run home run hit by Sano. Kepler with a liner to the glove of Lowry. 2 down.
About bell time. Go ball. Byron says go. Valdez didn't like it.
Dozier's doubled his home run total for the year tonight. Here is Sano. Ball 1. Sano a strikeout in the first. A long tape measure home run to center and then a fly to right. 2-0. Very foul, very hard, but very foul.
Buxton's home run measured at 414 feet and Brian Dozier's 423.
Three and 1. We haven't had a home run hit yet tonight that distance-wise began with a 3, did we?
No, not at all. Well, 397 was Brian Dozier's first home run measured.
And Sano takes a walk. That'll bring up Mauer. Now time for the unlimited baseball break, brought to you by T-Mobile. Justin Verlander out pitching. Corey Kluber left after 3 innings. Carlos Martinez with a good outing. Aaron Judge with 2 more home runs. And the Yankees 11 runs again. Excuse me, 11 runs again tonight.
Yeah, they're scoring some runs.
Here's Bauer. Down and in, ball 1. Boston beat Baltimore. The first pitch thrown in that game by Chris Sale went behind the knees of Manny Machado. That'll be talked about for a while. One and 0 to Mauer. And I think the forecast this weekend is supposed to be really good. We've got the Red Sox coming here. And a lot going on, I know that, but man alive, it sure looks like it's going to be a great pitchers matchup between Chris Sale and Irvin Santana on Sunday. 2-0 to Sano, or to Mauer. Here's a drive to left center field and deep. This is back and gone. Mauer's got one to the opposite field.
Well, today and night of first, Joe Mauer's first home run of the year, as it was Byron Buxton. Home run number 6 here tonight for the Minnesota Twins.
Third home run this inning.
Joe getting underneath it, as he always does when he takes a pitch the other way, but enough to get over the fence at that 377 mark.
Right on top of the wall and over, it looked like.
Twins take a 7-0 lead.
No, I got 8.
All right, 8. No, I'm looking at the scoreboard. I believe you are right. 4 runs this inning, not 3.
We recorded that, I believe, in 23 years of broadcasting. That's the first time you've ever said that I was right.
And Joe's Measured at 389 feet.
Still counts though, right?
There's a lot, yeah.
Dozier with 2 home runs, Sano with 1, Mauer with 1, Castro with 1, Buxton with 1. Sharply hit, and Grossman has a base hit. Valdez having a really tough inning here in the 7th. Castro homered in the 4th.
I think Oakland starting to get somebody up. Right now, nobody on that bullpen mound. Here goes somebody starting to throw.
Missing inside, ball 1. Montas warming up. One and 1.
They told me to wave, so I'm waving.
Okay.
They said the 6 home runs are a new target field record for the Twins.
And now 2 and 2. Sharply hit. Oh, what a catch. Adam Rosales with a great play behind the second base bag. A lot of well hit balls in the inning, and 3 of them left the ballpark, and the Twins have busted it open.
Of America's Studio Sports Update. Twins baseball continues the series against the Athletics Wednesday. Join us tomorrow night. Our coverage begins at 6:30. Twins and the A's right here on Fox Sports North.
Been a fun night here tonight with Byron Buxton getting his first home run, Joe Mauer getting his first home run, Brian Dozier with a pair, Miguel Sano's hit 1, Jason Castro's hit 1. Tyler Duffy will be asked to pitch to the A's in the 8th inning. Pretty nice of our friends over in Oakland to give you some airtime on their telecast.
Yeah, but they were talking about home runs allowed. That's why I was waving. I was waving out.
Okay, all right.
Ray Fosse came in between innings and he said, you ever give up any? I said, yeah, I gave up 5 in one game to the Texas Rangers. 5 of them.
Which team were you pitching for then?
I think it was the Twins.
Okay.
At the Dome. There wasn't traction after that.
To center, and Buxton will play it on a hop. Leadoff hit for Rajai Davis. Well, let's bring you our showstopper. Chris Sale pitching against the Orioles. Again, his first pitch went behind Machado, and then he started painting corners. And got some run support.
Yeah, finally got some run support.
Hanley Ramirez providing some with a couple of home runs. And the Red Sox beat the Orioles 5-2. Red Sox will come here this weekend for a 3-game series starting on Friday night. They played a bad game last night. They had a bad incident. Adam Jones of the Orioles recounting to the media that racial epithets were being shouted at him. A bag of peanuts was thrown at him. And it caused an awful lot of reaction by the Red Sox in Major League Baseball.
It's uncalled for.
Strike called. 34 fans were ejected at Fenway Park last night. When he came to the plate for the first time today, the Boston fans gave him a standing ovation, which was nice to see. And of course, it's not an indictment of all the Boston Red Sox fans at all, just a few of them. 1 and 2. I'm curious how the Twins play this out here with a nice comfortable lead, and whether Duffy might be given the opportunity that Justin Haley got earlier this year. There's a pitch blocked in the dirt by Castro to maybe pick up a 3-inning save. He's got to get through the 8th first.
And they'll watch the pitch count right now at 18 pitches.
It's such a quick 7th inning. 2-2 to Joyce, but if he takes care of business here in the 8th, we'll see if he's asked to go out and pitch in the 9th as well. Foul back. About a month ago, Duffy found out he did not win the job as the 5th starter. He would start the year in the bullpen. Swing and a miss. And Joyce fans for the first out of the 8th.
And Duffy picking up his 2nd strikeout. Good curveball.
Sunday on Fox, the NASCAR Monster Energy Series goes to Talladega in the Geico 500. It all happens at 12:30 Central on Fox. Here's Lowry, a single his last time up. And a strike.
The 3 home runs that the Twins hit in the bottom of the 7th. First time 3 home runs in 1 inning this year. Last time they did it June 26th at Yankee Stadium.
Now outside, 1-1. Detroit's beaten Cleveland. Looks like Chicago's going to beat Kansas City. And if the Twins win this game, be just one team with a better record in the American League Central. It will be the Chicago White Sox by a half game over the Twins.
I said in Kansas City, every team other than Kansas City's been at least in first place already in our division.
Yep.
So it's kind of a teeter-totter type of effect right now.
One and 2. Chop foul. Davis on deck. Duffy trying to pitch around a leadoff single. Foul at the plate.
Lowry fouling off a couple curveballs.
Hayes had an off day yesterday here in Minneapolis, and then today tough news for them. One of their draft picks from last year, Casey Thomas, just 24 years old, was found dead suddenly. And Casey's father, one of the scouts in the organization. Just a tragic day for the Oakland organization. Very high, 2-2. Holding on Davis. He can go to second if he'd like. And now 3-2. 27 pitches for Duffy, just 15 strikes so far. All he's given up is a leadoff single here in the 8th. Now the Twins getting someone else loose in the bullpen.
Yeah, they're not going to let that pitch count mount much longer.
Michael Tonkin getting loose. And a called third strike, 2 down.
Lowry didn't like it. Having some words with home plate umpire Mike Winters.
Two down. That'll bring up Davis.
Well, Lowry had to think that ball was low. Take a look at this fastball.
Well, it wasn't called in the early innings, though.
No, it was not.
Two down, and here's Davis.
Strikeout number 3 for Duffy.
Drilled to center. Buxton going back to end the inning. A couple of scoreless for Tyler Duffy, and the Twins comfortably in front.
The Twins are up 8-0 on the A's to start the bottom of the 8th inning. Plenty of highlights and analysis coming up in this one on Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. We'll take a look at Ervin Santana's very good 6 innings, even though he said he struggled out there. We'll get Jack Morris's perspective on what Ervin was able to do tonight. Plus a look at Miguel Sano's bomb of a home run to center field, one of the 6 that the Twins have hit tonight. Dick and Bert, the ball has been flying. We're also going to hear from the manager, Paul Molitor. Lots to talk about tonight.
Yeah, a lot of smiles in that dugout. And Eddie Vargas didn't play, but he's been a big part of this team. He's come up and given the Twins some infusion of production offensively. Always a very popular guy in the clubhouse.
Frankie Montas coming into the ball game. Hard throwing right-hander. Making his 10th relief appearance.
Polanco, first batter he faces, it's 1-1.
We have a bug. We're being bugged.
Okay. Two and one. Should be 1-2. As cold as it's been here, I'm surprised the bugs have come out of hibernation or wherever they go in the wintertime. 2-2. Had snow yesterday in downtown Minneapolis.
Yes, we did. I was out in it.
Were you?
How often do I get to stand in snow? Not too often. Living down in Florida.
Fouled back, Polanco with a 2-2 count.
Montas just 24 years old from the Dominican Republic in his first season with the Oakland A's. Only other major league experience with the White Sox in 2015. Made a couple starts in 7 games for the White Sox.
Deep to the left field corner, chased by Davis, and into the seats foul. Coming up May 16th, it's Scrubs Night here at Target Field. A limited number of Scrubs Night theme night ticket packages are available that include a game ticket and a Twins scrub top. Go to twinsbaseball.com/scrubs to learn more about the Scrubs Night theme night offer. Another 2-2 to Polanco. And now inside.
Polanco, the only starter without a hit in tonight's ball game. Twins have 10 hits, 6 home runs. Danny Santana on deck.
And so Polanco will take a walk. He struck out for the 9th time in the 4th inning. Now he's walked for the 9th time in the 8th. That'll bring up Santana.
Santana pinch hitting for Eddie Rosario, who kept that hitting streak alive here tonight with a couple hits. Now a career 12-game hitting streak for Rosario.
Couple of singles in 20 at-bats for Santana. The Twins have seen signs of life elsewhere on the roster, but they're still waiting for Santana's bat to get going. That will help. First pitch, a slasher over the third base bag. And Santana goes into second with a double. Second and third, nobody out for Buxton.
I know Danny was out earlier this afternoon working on his bunting, but an 8-0 ball game, you swing away, and he got a fastball away, just took it down that third baseline. And Polanco scoots over to third.
Buxton homered his last time up, hit the ball hard to left field his time before that.
For Santana, his first extra base hit.
Taken low, ball 1. Talked about Buxton and the little hitting clinic that he had on the Sunday morning, the last homestand. I asked Paul Molitor about it today, and he said, we didn't play that Sunday, and the Twins went down to Texas, and he said things started to register with, of all things, a foul ball. Remember, the bat goes a long way over the Twins dugout and over the net. Everybody's fine, and she's got a nice souvenir. everybody's okay.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Buxton's back in the box, 1-2. Buxton hit a long foul fly down the right field line. It wasn't a slicer. It just was a well-hit ball that happened to be foul, and that's when Paul Molitor thinks the light bulb went off for Buxton. It's inside. It's not very often. We talk about one at bat maybe being all it takes for a hitter, and in the manager's assessment, it was a long foul fly down the right field line that got Buxton's attention.
Yeah, because I think prior to that we saw the barrel of the bat so far out in front. This time it's kind of stayed back a little bit. He's got his work cut out for him against his hard-going right-hander, though.
On the ground, a roller. A run will score. Buxton's retired. Coming in from third is Polanco.
Buxton picking up his second RBI of the ball game. He came into the ball game with only 1 run batted in. Well, Brian Dozier got the offense going here tonight in the 3rd inning. A solo home run. A couple innings later, Sano, a 2-run home run. Castro with a solo home run in the 4th, and then the 7th inning where the Twins hit 3 home runs back to back. Buxton and Dozier, and then 3 batters later, Joe Mauer hitting his first of the year.
Down and in, and Vogt's having a tough time even catching these pitches from Montas. 1-0. Dozier with 2, the team with 6, and now they've hit as many home runs as they have allowed. 26.
You know, Oakland has allowed 37 home runs now, and they've hit 19.
That's a lot. 1-1. Now 1-2. 100 miles per hour.
He threw one to Polanco that was clocked at 101.
And then a breaking ball. Dozier strikes out. Out number 2. They'll bring up Kepler. Kepler, a single, a walk. Santana at second. Twins adding 1 more run so far here in the 8th. Ball 1. Hops to the shortstop Rosales, and that ends the inning. Twins had another run in the 8th inning. You're watching Twins baseball, presented by State Farm. been a fun night to open up this 6-game homestand. The Twins pounding 6 home runs, leading 9-0. Chris Jimenez is in the game now at first base. And Danny Santana's out in left field. Michael Tonkin's on the mound.
Well, you want to try to preserve this shutout too. So this is a big inning. Twins have one shutout this year, and that was that one hitter that Santana pitched earlier this year. So 3 outs away from shutting down the Oakland A's. And Michael Tonkin coming out for the 7th time. 6 walks in 7 1/3 innings with 9 strikeouts.
Danny Santana looking at his index card, his cheat sheet, to find out where to play these guys. Jimenez at first base.
Good job by Tyler Duffy. 2 shutout innings, had 3 strikeouts, just 1 hit allowed.
And Alonso will lead off the 9th inning. Blast to center. Buxton won't have a chance at this one with Alonso hitting the first A's home run.
And there goes the shutout.
Tonkin, who's been victimized by a lot of home run balls, has 1 hit on his very first pitch.
Alonso hitting his 5th home run. And for Michael Tonkin, his 3rd home run he's allowed. And this is his 7th appearance.
95-mile-per-hour fastball hit over the 403 foot sign, and that'll bring up Ryan Healy. I'm wondering about Duffy and whether he might be asked to go 3 innings. This is a case where Tonkin needs some work. A lot of relievers need some work, but if the Twins follow through and have Nick Tempish start on Saturday, Tempish hasn't started or hasn't pitched at all in a game. He had a simulated game here. They said he threw about 31 pitches, but it would be unreasonable for anyone to expect him to go 6 innings like Irvin Santana did, because he's been up here and hasn't pitched. So it might be kind of a bullpen type of day on Saturday that might include Duffy, who went to 2 innings in tonight's game. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. On the outside corner.
And Haley didn't like the call.
We'll be back with you tomorrow. Hector Santiago will make the start. And the Twins hit 6 home runs in the ball game tonight. They'll have a tough time elevating the ball against Kendall Graveman. Man, he's got a sinker, and he throws it and throws it and throws it.
The Twins faced him twice last year, and Graven beat the Twins twice.
Here's Stephen Vogt. Fouled back. Vogt 1 for 3, a single his first time up. One and one.
The inconsistency of the slider leads you to throw a straight fastball, and that's how you get hurt. Tonkin has always had trouble with that secondary pitch, and he has to rely on a good fastball velocity wise, but hitters get good swings on it like that.
Sky to center, and it's Buxton coming in to put it away. 2 away. Trevor Plouffe. Trevor wearing number 3 in part because of Harmon Killebrew. Of course, he wore number 24 here. That number's been retired in Oakland. It was the number Ricky Henderson wore with the A's. Harmon's number 3 retired here. Michael Kadire wore it in Colorado after he left the Twins organization, a tribute to Harmon. You could pick worse players to pay tribute to, couldn't you?
They picked the best.
1 strike to Plouffe. And now 2 strikes.
Good slider there by Tonkin.
Sano will charge, glove, fire, and fire up the line past Jimenez, and Plouffe should get an infield hit.
Well, tough play right here. Sano comes in. Now, remember Jimenez over at first base. I just don't know where this ball, he didn't even, it was up the line a little bit.
And Plouffe may have beaten it out anyway.
Right.
So an infield hit for Plouffe, and that'll bring up Adam Rosales. 1 strike. Fly to right, a ground ball, and a strikeout so far for Rosales. One and one. Breaking ball missing. It's 2-1. Mentioned the A's were 10-8 at one point. On the verge, it looks like, losing for the 7th time in 8 games. And the problem they've got is they've got a red-hot team in their division, the Astros. Come back to take a lead on the Rangers tonight now, 7-5.
Yeah, the benches cleared last night in their first game. They don't like each other, those Texans.
Playing for the silver boot.
Yeah.
2-2. Tonkin to Rosales. Full count. If Rosales can extend the game, Rajay Davis would get a 5th at bat. Popped up. Short center. Buxton comes in, and the homestand gets started rather impressively.
Well, quite an offensive outpour by the Minnesota Twins with the long ball. 6 home runs in here tonight by your Twins.
Tom Hanneman, the Twins did not play well in their last homestand. They sure got this homestand started on the right foot.
Dick, Urban Santana's sensational start marches on into May. What a performance on the mound. Coming up next on Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. We'll break it all down on a night when the Twins have 6 home runs. Urban Santana picks up his 5th win. We'll hear from Paul Molitor and preview tomorrow night's game.